this video I will tell about the difficult side of spiritual process. It is like oscillation. You're moving between dark and light, and depending how much light or how much dark is in you at every and each of moment, that's how you function. If there is not enough light, if you are not enough rooted inside deeply, if you are not enough committed to your practice, meditations, prayers, which those give you light, aliveness, bringing you back to your heart, out of that outer space of the mind, then you will experience, when there will be not enough light, difficulties. You may be dysfunctional in a way. You may have problem with different parts of your body. You may experience different pains. You may have heavy thinking. Means you not process information very well. Sometimes when there is lots of dark stuff, then you have negative thinking about things. You see things in negative light, like your mind completely will be speaking thoughts of kinds: this cannot be done, that cannot be done, it cannot be achieved, it's impossible. And in this moment, even if you observe those thoughts and you see that they are appearing, there is no chance to dismantle them, because you are not deeply rooted. In depths of your heart you can observe them, and there is possibility they are unplugged. But when there is not enough light, not enough spiritual practice, things like that, you may see them, you may understand those thoughts, feelings, but there is no way they can be purified, they can be removed. There is no acting agent inside. That's why they're saying in spiritual path that God is by your side only when you worship Him. And this is truth in this. In that exercise, in that worship of God, you're opening that heart center, that spaciousness inside, that tranquility which is able to digest those blocks of the mind, horrific blocks of the mind. And depending what you did to yourself, that's how it will be acting on you. You may be asked for many different things to do, and you may be unwilling or not be able simply to do them. Series of tasks supposed to be done, and you delaying, you moving them till last moment. And if dysfunction come completely to the very end, you may completely not be willing to do anything. Many people landing in that zone of the mind because they are simply wiped out of energy. That process require huge amount of energy. And after many years of spiritual struggle, I call it struggle, people landing in that zone, they are wiped out of the energy, so they are not able, not willing to do life tasks, which will most likely finish badly, and mind will go into that dark abyss. That's how it is for many people, how I observe this world. It's only God blessing when person awaken from that dark abyss. It's actually all of this is God blessing, but nobody really knows why and way, how it is happening. You may say to yourself, I want this, but it still may not happen, because you got dark stuff. You cannot walk into gates of heaven with dark stuff inside. And if you are willing to go on that path, God will ask you for favor. And quite often you may not be willing to do those things. They will be either scary, either heavy, either uncomfortable. There will be many things of those. So here is the point. If you destroy your soul, record your mind in negative things, in different habits, behaviors which are dysfunctional, all of the circling in you, if you have already quite often some illnesses or dysfunctions of the body, all of it will be dragging you down. And to overcome it, it's usually require heavy stubbornness and some routine. Many people went through this road, but only few went to the other side successfully. And this will be like a wave, huge waves. Once you will be on the top, you will feel, I have peace, I have tranquility, I feel well, all function well, because you got light, till next few moments, next few days, when there will be drop, horrible drop. There will be darkness, unwillingness, complete opposite to this, what you been few days ago. Science call it depression, they call it different mental illnesses. There is truth in this, we may do this way, but it is simply fluctuation of energy and appearance of your habit, mental recording, which has to be observed, has to be applied through spiritual practices, willingness to be obedient on this what existence requires from you. For example, I have today tasks. Hoover the floors. Wipe out the floors in the kitchen. Wet. Do my bed. Do tax return. And I see how big battle going on in me. That's heaviness, that struggle, that unwillingness to do this. I know I have to do it. I still have energy. But when times go on and on and on and on, you will have less and less energy. Like old people cannot really do much. So what will only remind that openness in the chest to deal further with those things. If chest will be closed, like I think today my is, then all the mental state may overtake you and drag you even down into the rabbit hole, into some black hole, when things will be required from you and you will be really unwilling. There may anger appear in you, which is really bad thing. After a while, different illnesses, sicknesses will cause the pain, will cause also anger. That is natural process, how it is. When you cannot cope with something, you cannot think clearly, you cannot be good person, you cannot be happy. So anger appear opposite. And with those, if your chest is not open, you cannot cope with those. It's happening for many people. We have no idea how precious is that time of life to come closer, to dismantle a little bit of that matrix. And unfortunately, if you are on that spiritual path, you can see as well time going different way, quicker. If you are disconnected, your time going much more quicker. It's like by the click of the finger, year passing, one after another. Like you are in some kind of cave, like Surah cave from Quran, hidden, waiting for your time, waiting till God light that switch in you completely, till you come to the other side, till your mind will start processing those things correctly, till those energetic blockages in mind and body will be corrected. It's a scary process. It's a difficult one when we start investigating all of those things And we may as well think we are on spiritual process, or we are spiritual, which may be also false, because we may be simply, again, possessed by some entity, by some formation of the thoughts inside, which simply will be so stubborn, so energetically loaded, that we won't be able to dismantle it. We will be wiped out of the energy. We will be looking into this, and this will be not going. Like sometimes we can wake up in the morning, in the night, and we feel like we suffocated. We look inside. We see something going on, but we cannot do anything with that feeling, with that emotion. It is simply there. It's require horrendous amount of energy and transparency within in order to dismantle those. Like the bigger scar, bigger sin require bigger energy. That's why going to churches, mosques, temples is beneficial, because energy in those places is high. Prayer, meditation in congregation is much more valuable, is many times stronger. Any temple or mosque or churches of high caliber, like Medina, Mecca, those bigger temples and churches, the things in those places are much more stronger. It's easier to come to the root. Like sometimes I go into East London Mosque, one of the biggest in Europe, if not biggest one, and it's easy to connect there. It's deep connection rooted inside, and you feel straight away it's easy. So all of it is about energy. When you will be able to change your energy, you will be function better in this life, in society, and all of this will be well for you. Your mind won't be conspiring against you, saying that cannot be achieved, you cannot get this, you cannot get that. When minds have those rules and those thought patterns, life is miserable, life not providing, because you have this set mind which saying to you no, which speak to you. You identifying with those thoughts, because there is no other way, and you speak to yourself, no, I cannot have it, I cannot have it, I cannot have that, it cannot be achieved. It's a sad story sometimes. Salam alaikum and God bless you.